My recording of the actual gameplay did not work, so I'm going to give a breakdown of my thinking here. Kicking out the pawn, a different exchange here, elected to take up the middle. Okay, this queen was given more problems than I thought. My thinking was to get two defenders on that middle pawn. And then my thinking here was to push out the queen, which I did. And then I was figuring I'd go after it with the bishop. I expected this, brought the bishop out, but then ran into some problems because, well, the bishop's pinned, okay? And after pawn takes, my thinking is I have to go after the queen to try to remove the pin. So we played knight to the corner after some thought. After queen goes back here, I don't want to trade in that spot with the queens, so I bring the bishop back to attack. Was thinking they would take, the engine would take g2. It did not. It actually pulls the queen back in the spot. Now we have a bishop issue. We're going to move that out, but then I was also thinking they could push the d pawn forward more, but I think we have enough to cover that. So yeah, we back up. This is becoming a problem here as the queen comes out again. Decide to back the knight up because it's no longer defended. Going to bring the knight in, and this creates a lot of problems. We're actually going to lose material in this exchange here. Elected to move the bishop out. Of course, the pawn's going to get pushed here, which presents a problem. So my thinking of getting out of this was to let the bishop go, give it up. Pawn is probably taking there, and then we're going to castle and then try to use our rook for leverage for a check of the king. After the pawn takes, we check. There's a defender. Okay, fair enough. I decided to just give up on taking with the pawn, the g pawn, and letting black take. It's a dangerous spot here, but we decided to develop our knight. Idea is to take out the bishop defender, which we do. G pawn is a problem. We're going after the bishop. So we get this exchange here, and then I did not anticipate this knight move. I had to think this over. There's a lot of bad variations for me. Knight to f3 is bad because that cost us the queen. It's a check fork. Well, it's a triple fork. I think they call it a royal fork. If I played queen to c3, there's the check on e2. I would have to give up, although I could get out of that with the rook, taking with the rook. I didn't consider that. I decided to play queen to b4, basically. And then you get really lucky here. Opportunity for capturing and then winning via fork, except it didn't factor in that the knight could defend and the rooks would be locked up. Okay. This move took a while. I wanted to go rook to e5. The problem with rook e5 is knight can go to f3. Yeah, because if I played rook e5, knight goes to f3, and then they win that via fork. I do have a bishop defending, but the queen would win in that exchange there. So I would be down material, which I can't afford to be because I'm actually -4 at this spot. So, of course, the knight is attacked there, so that's why they brought the rook out. My next move was to take, and the reason I took here, I want to pin the queen, okay? That's definite, but the check issue with the knight is a problem. So I needed to remove the g pawn and create more space. And then after black decides to push, we're going to pin the queen here, okay? And then we will take, if they convert, I thought they would do something with the knight and then try to convert with the rook pushing, but this engine didn't, so we just take the queen there. Remember, the other queen is pinned. And then now we just take the queen in this spot. And it's a matter of trying to whittle down material. Decided to bring the bishop to e5. That threatens mate if black removes its defender, but we're just going to overload and exchange our rook in this spot. So we take there, and then we were planning to take the knight, which we do there. If the rook takes, which I thought would happen, we would take the rook on a8. Rook did not take, which is actually better for us because now we have some quick mating patterns instead of having to push pawns. Or, yeah, so that was good. Able to check there, and then we move the queen forward. Thinking is to use the queen to protect the rook and then overload the back row. We bring the rook to the back row, and now we can go ahead and check. It's basically mate in 2, and after the king takes, we play queen to e1. 8.